Test. Now that's a sound check.
Yes, just being earnest. Show.
Yo.
What's up, man? Happy holidays, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. My man Davey D, shout out to Davey D, sent me a meme yesterday. It seemed like he wrote it because it was something he was saying. It was basically saying, it was a day, to get with your family and friends and be thankful. And the best way you can be thankful is by not acting pilgrimish. Okay. I thought that was fire. And so I hope you guys did a good job of not acting pilgrimish and acting thankful for what you have.
Right.
Well,
this one was a weird one because I couldn't spend it with my family.
Right. So
Yeah.
it's crazy for everybody. It's a weird time we're living in. It's a weird time trying to do this show. Trying to stay motivated, trying to stay on the same schedule with Daniel. But we're still trying to bring you the show. I just been noticing things while I've been out, and noticing things about the world. We're gonna have a new president, and everything. Shout out to all the people who voted. It was record breaking.
Absolutely.
On both sides, very record breaking. And I hope everybody can, calm down a bit. We don't got Trump out there tweeting, riling everybody up anymore. Hopefully it calms down.
What do you mean he's not out there tweeting, riling at everybody up?
Well, he won't.
He's constantly saying like, "Oh, this was rigged."
I got you. But he won't be able to do it from the pulpit of the presidency.
He's not going to have any power.
Right.
He's not going to have any power.
Hopefully it will start to lose steam, and the people who are real Republicans will just fall on the side of democracy and start to go about their everyday life without this being fanatical about this one person.
Word.
Because I met some people who voted for Trump, and which is a lot of people, by the way. And
oh yeah,
and most of them are not fanatical people. They're logical people who understand that the election didn't go their way.
Right.
But it went their way in a lot of other ways. California seemed like they went full libertarian.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad.
People saw a different shade of California.
Right.
When you saw so much of Southern California go red.
Right.
And parts of Northern California too.
Yeah. Lots of it. Yeah, I was out in one of those places. And it was interesting.
You saw it for yourself.
I saw it for myself. I was in the belly of it, and I noticed that they're a lot more tolerable to other people's views than some of the liberal people that I've encountered. I'm not saying that they're all angels. I'm not saying all the liberals are evil or vice versa. I'm not saying any of that. Mm-hmm. But I'm noticing that the conversations and the political debates that I have, when my views are different than theirs, they don't attack me personally.
Yes.
They don't attack me like I'm deplorable or less of a person. And I notice that happens a lot when I get into a conversation with somebody that's on the left.
See, I totally agree with you, and I drawn that from personal experience because I lean to the left. I do.
I do too.
Yeah. And I remember having a conversation at a bar. Remember those things, bars?
Yeah.
Missouri Lounge. I was there with a friend, and we were having a conversation with just a stranger.
Missouri Lounge. That sounds like a piece of shit.
Way back in the day, we nicknamed it Misery Lounge. But, we were having a conversation, and it got into a very political debate. And although I do lean to the left, the parts that were either middle or even to the right that I believe.
Or just your own thinking.
Or just my own.
It doesn't have to be left or right, just your own personal belief.
Yeah. When that happened, I started to get attacked and said, like, oh, so you just don't care about people.
Right.
Okay. So you just have no empathy or compassion. I'm like, I have a lot of that. And I'm trying to hear your side.
Yeah.
But all I'm getting from you is you telling me I'm a terrible person because I don't agree with you.
Yeah.
I just want you to hear what I think. And I've told you on many other issues, like, yeah, I do lean towards the left. But any other thing that differs from your opinion, you think I'm an immoral person, or
right.
Yeah,
because I don't agree with you, and what I'm saying is that has to stop.
Yeah, it does.
That has to stop.
Yeah,
It's a lot of stuff that has to stop. The gangster shit, I think, has to stop. The tribalism that's going on really has to stop. The Bloods were invented, you know what I mean, to oppose the Crips, right?
Yeah.
GDs, Vice Lords, GDs, whatever you want to call it, gangster disciples and Vice Lords, whoever came first, they're there to oppose. All these gangs are there to oppose each other. Norteños, Sereños.
Yep.
They're there to oppose each other, right? You had this thing called Black Lives Matter, a movement. A movement. And they had flags and all of that. And what happened in opposition to that? Blue Lives Matter, Police Lives Matter, bandanas, colors.
Yeah.
Colors, things on your cars with the blue strip.
Yeah.
This is gang shit. Y'all gotta stop. This is gang stuff. It's all it is. It's tribalism. It's gangster shit. You're saying this is my gang. I'm with this gang. That's what you're doing when you do that. Whether you think you're not doing that, whether you think you're just some upstanding police supporter, that looks like gangster shit to me. That looks like, this is what I'm on. If you're not on this, you ain't with me. So that's just like what I'm saying about the left, right? So this is, not only are y'all doing that with the blue strip and all of this, you wearing guns, you know, you getting tough with people, with protesters. You want to hit them with your cars.
Yeah.
This is gangster stuff. So whether you don't think you're a criminal and you're a thug, stop acting like one.
That's such an interesting and apt way of looking at it, because I've like, when we were talking about the Democrats and Republicans,
red and blue,
I thought it was more cultish in the political realm. But how you are describing the sides that have been taken, like especially with recent events of this year, it is more like gang shit.
Yeah, gang stuff. You know, gang shit. It's I'm on this side, you're on this side. I got the blue strip. Oh, it's Black Lives Matter over here. It's like, really? I seen on my way home today, I seen something that said Police Lives Matter with the thing, with the blue strip. I said, man, what is that? That's what inspired me to come do this today. I was so like, it left a bad taste in my mouth. Like, I get it, like, but I don't at the same time, because I'm wondering why is that so strong? Like, when I was a kid, NWA came out with F the Police in 1989.
Yep.
That was a regular sentiment in the hood. Everybody knew that. Everybody felt that way. We always had good cops. You know, we always had cops in the school we liked. We always had cops in the neighborhood we liked, right?
Yeah.
But the sentiment, fuck the police, is, it's always been there. There was never no Blue Lives Mattered in. You know, it's just all of a sudden new. Let's get this flag. Let's let's rub these killings in these people's faces. You know, let's wear a rag over our face with a blue strip on it, so they know what it is. It's very intimidating. I'm just letting you guys know. It's very intimidating. Go ahead.
An interesting part about that is, do you remember when we did a show early on in quarantine, and I had a very, harsh view on the police force at the time, where I entitled it More Than a Few Bad Apples.
Right.
And I described how I have a close friend and a family member that is in the police force, and they're not one of the people that I'm talking about.
Right.
They're good cops, and I believe of good cops as well.
I know some personally. Yeah, I have family members who are cops.
But what I wanted to say, though, was that even with my understanding of that, and with me saying that there needs to be a change, every time I see that sticker that says Blue Lives Matter, it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah. And it's there to make you uncomfortable, just like a Black Lives Matter thing, like the Black Lives Matter thing. Like, I didn't think that it needed to be something that was packaged and sold. I really didn't. I don't like that. Leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Okay.
That being packaged and sold leaves a bad taste in my mouth. That's an obvious thing, right? You take something that's obvious, and then let's package it, and let's sell it, and let's make shirts, and that's weird.
Well, the thing is, my argument against Blue Lives Matter, I mean, besides many, it's just like when you see the banner, like, it's uncomfortable because really you want to see something like blue lives should protect all colors and creeds and things like that.
I don't want to see anything. I just want to see you do your fucking job. I don't want to see any. Right. I don't want to see any stickers.
Yeah.
I don't want to see any goddamn stickers of all of these people who aren't even cops.
Right. Okay.
Most of these people, I mean, there's some that are, but most of them aren't even cops, man. That's what makes it feel like it's deeper. Like, it's not cops. It's not a cop thing anymore. It's a F these Black Lives Matter. That's what it is.
Yeah, and it feels that way
because that's
every
what it
time
is.
you see it.
That's the only reason why it's there.
Yeah,
it's to say F that. We're down with y'all getting killed. That's what that feels like.
So that's
the this beautiful American flag. When you said what should we have as the backdrop, I said the American flag.
You said Old Glory. Yeah,
Old Glory. Mm-hmm. Now when I see certain people wearing it, it makes me feel different than when I seen them wear it before. Because it feels more aggressive now. It almost feels like a dang, man. Like, we all American here.
We are all American. We are.
So why?
Yeah.
So why now I'm more American than you because I like the status quo? It's like, what? Like,
to be honest with you, when I see people wearing American flag stuff, it makes me uncomfortable now too.
I told you, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right.
It doesn't feel the same.
No,
it doesn't feel the same. When certain people wear it, I'm like, oh, okay, I like this person. Whether I'm seeing Willie Nelson wearing it,
right,
or a couple other country singers I really like.
Okay, yeah.
I get it. They express their views in public.
Yeah.
So you know what it is with them. But then it's like, most people seem like when they're wearing it, it's more like a Kid Rock type of view or Ted Nugent type of view.
I kind of blame the cult of Trump for that.
I don't blame anybody. It's just the country. It's just how we live. I don't blame anything. It's just how we're living right now. It's always been this way. It's always been this way.
Okay.
If the George Floyd thing didn't happen, we'd still be seeing a lot more Confederate flags. I believe that because we've seen a lot more before that. We were seeing a lot, and then it kind of started dying off when the momentum from the George Floyd protests.
So there would have been, like, even with that happening, there is action now, which is important.
But it's like, instead of the Confederate flag, you seeing the blue live, you seeing the American flag with a blue strip on it.
Which goes to show that it still does not change the instilled viewpoints that people have within. Like, which goes, I mean, like, obviously you saw how many, like, over 70 million people voted for Trump.
Yeah, and if you're a cop who rocks with the blue strip, please holler at me and tell me something different. I would love to get schooled if I'm wrong, right? I like to get schooled if I'm wrong. So if there's some deeper meaning behind the blue strip,
right,
then please let me know. Because all of the police officers I know, when there's or somebody that works in the police force, when an officer dies, they have a badge with a black strip over the badge, and there was nothing about a American flag with a blue strip through it.
Yeah, see, this is why we're talking about this, because it feels like things have changed.
Right.
Like how we feel about certain imagery and banners and words and everything. Like, it feels different now.
It just feels different. Not saying that I'm bothered and I don't like you. I would just like a better understanding, because it feels like it's gangster shit to me.
That's what it feels like.
It feels like gangster shit to me, and I don't see how you could put it any other way to where it wouldn't feel like that. But I the floor is open, so I know a few officers. I don't want to call you out, but if you want to just hit me out, hit me and tell me after you see the show, I'll explain your position the next go around. But until then, it is what it is, and I'm gonna take a break. I gotta check a message. I just heard my phone. We'll be back. And we are in here. All right, man. So, nice break. That's all I was trying to say was I hope everybody can just calm down and realize that you're being a little too tribal and you're being a little crazy.
Okay.
You sound just as crazy as former President Donald Trump.
And he's crazy.
He sounds crazy. Yeah. He sounds crazy. I mean, I don't have a clinical diagnosis of that he's crazy, but he just sounds crazy.
Well,
I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at what I can prove, and what I can prove is that he sounds a little off.
Walks like a duck, quacks like a duck.
Hey, well, that's what they say. That's why I use the word allegedly a lot on this show. I don't want anybody saying anything crazy. I said I don't know for sure. I said I don't know for sure, but
I'm not hedging my bets.
Sure seems that way. And I just hope that everybody can get a grip on reality.
Word, I agree with that.
Just get a grip on reality. Find something that makes you happy.
Yeah.
I hope everybody's using their time wisely, because it looks like we're about to go into another shutdown or something. It seems that way.
Well, the cases are spiking.
Seems like we're headed in that direction. So I hope everybody got their mentals. Protect your mentals. Take care of your chicken.
Take care of your chicken. That's right.
In the words of the great Marshawn Lynch.
Great.
So anything you have to add? Because I just felt like we were just giving a lesson, and if you had anything to add, feel free.
Well, I mean, to encompass everything that we're talking about, like, there's such a division on thought, where it's like if you have a certain viewpoint, then like immediately the reaction nowadays is your other viewpoint is not only wrong but terrible. And I'm always willing to hear. I'm always willing to listen, because I want to hear and listen to where you're coming from.
Right.
Something that you said a long time ago was that, like, the moment that you immediately consider somebody immoral, the conversation just stops.
It's over.
It's over. You can. And maybe you will end up at that viewpoint in the end. But I think everybody needs a chance to say what they need to say and to explain themselves and how they think and how they feel. So my message would be to just hear each other out.
Yeah. And as we go into this holiday season and into the new year, let's come with a live with a little more gratitude. How about that? Let's live with a little more gratitude.
I like that.
All right. We'll be back next week.